Well, hey ManCave, this is Bob for DaBob's N-Scale ManCave, and today we're talking about electrical on a Free-moN module. It's going to be kind of a quick video, but electrical is fairly easy to do if you really understand wiring stuff up. It's a hobby within itself a lot of times, but basically you got two wires. You got two tracks, two wires, a left rail, right rail. Keeping them electrically the same is key, and it's really easy to fix if you mess it up, and we're going to show you how I put mine together right now.
At this point in time, we have two bus lines set up in here. The red and white one is going to be my track power, and the black and white is going to be an accessory line in case anybody wants to run an accessory bus through. That will be available. I screwed in a 4-post terminal block on the bottom of my track here because that's basically the only place I could put it. I didn't plan ahead enough, and I would have probably put that in a different spot, had a different base and configuration under here, but this is my first one, so you know, live and let learn. But anyway, that was the only good place I could put it that I could reach the wiring later on, and be able to mount it inside here without taking the whole thing apart just to do it. So anyway, I'm going to put all 4 wires in there, and what I did was I bought some PowerWorks Anderson pole connectors. I got a package of 25 of these, black and red ones. I also picked up a tri-crimp tool to crimp the connectors, and also got a little insertion tool removal tool for the wires. So I'm going to put those together, and I'm going to wire up the terminal block with these wires here. I'm going to cut those off, put some solderless connectors on there, and put them on one side, and the other side I'll use to put my jumpers and my connector wire on there, so I can always adjust those if I need to, make longer ones. Okay, I got the bus wires in on one side, and now I need to work on the other side, and then work on the jumper cables that come out the other side. When I put the feeders on, I will be putting the feeders on to this bus bar, so they're the terminal block, and those wires will go right up above this terminal block into the track, right above. So that's where that's going to go. Okay, to build your Anderson pole connectors, you got to do a few things. First off, you need a crimper from PowerWorks, where I got the connections from. You need your power pole connector. You also need your crimped connector right here, and of course you need some wire and a razor knife. Take about roughly about 1/4 inch off the end. You can see that retaining clip right up in there. You can see there's a kind of like a small piece here. There's a hole right in there where the other connector will go in. So you need to put the connector up on the top part here. And so you need that curved end to go up in the top piece right up in here. Okay. It's all locked in. Okay, so these Anderson pull connectors, they can be connected together side to side or top to bottom depending on your orientation that you want to put them. But on the bus main line, they want the left rail on top and the right rail on the bottom. So in order to do that, you got the little hood, this little solid piece here, not the female end, the male end basically, for you older gentlemen. So you take that, and there's little notches here, and there's little slots on the other side. So I'm going to put them in the same orientation, slide the top one into the bottom one, and now you have it in the correct orientation. And it'll be just the same way on the other side, left rail on top, right rail on the bottom. Now on the accessory bus, they want them side by side. And so the hoods are over here, and so whatever the orientation is for the accessory bus, that's how you hook them up side by side.
You may be wondering, well, if the red wire is considered my right rail, on this end I've got my Anderson connector. So let's say I've got my red wire up on top and the white on the bottom. On this end I have the little kind of the tongue and the hole upside down. And if I take the same kind of setup over here, I've got red up on top and everything else, but as you can see on the red one, the hole's on top and the tab's on the bottom. So when I plug this in, I have red on top on the other end, but they are flopped around and out of the same orientation, so they plug together. And that's how it is on this side. So I have my wiring color red over here to red over there, and white and everything else equal on both sides. It's just how you orient this plug. Now let's go look at the other side. On this side, it's wired up exactly the same way. The red wire goes to the red wire. So it's all going on the same track. Everything's wired electrically the same on both sides. What's different on the other side is that my red wire is now going to be on the bottom. Okay, so I have it just the opposite. So when I plug in my power from the other module, they plug together, but now you can see that the red is now up here going to this rail and so forth. So when you're connecting to another module, that's how it connects electrically. It just stays but flips around when it goes to the other side. All the power is still on the same exact rail that it is supposed to be on. Now if one side is connected like this and the other one's connected the other way, you got it right. And the only thing you have to do if you don't have it correct is swap one of these sides around. All you got to do, slide them apart, flip them around, and slide them together, and then be correct. Right now it's wrong, so I'm going to put it back. There we go. Now you're ready. You know that you're ready. So if you really have a problem figuring out your polarities, make a cable that's already set up like one side so that the red goes to red, white goes to white. The other side of your module should be exactly the opposite. That's the easiest way to figure it all out. When soldering in the feeders to the track on top, I ran from my terminal blocks up through the top, and I drilled a hole through the center of my track, pulled out a couple ties in here, and then run my feeder wires underneath the rail on both sides, making sure it was polarity. I got the red wire going to the same track as I will on the other side, because I'm going to do feeders on both sides. And then I soldered the feeder to the bottom of the rail. You can also solder it to the outside of the rail, but then you can see that on the outside. So I soldered them underneath, and hiding it underneath the rail, cover it up with ballast, and it's pretty much hidden. You can't even tell that I really have wires there. I think I can see maybe just a little bit of copper right in that area there, but you know, it's pretty much hidden. That's what you want. There you go, ManCavians. That's the electrical on this Free-moN module build series, and it's pretty easy. It's not too hard to do. You only got 2 wires for 2 rails, and then you got an electrical bus for your accessories. That's pretty easy. There's no polarity problems with that because it's usually always AC anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's pretty easy. If you mess something up, you just get out your voltage meter, ohm meter, and see whether or not you got a short or not. If you don't know how to use an ohm meter, that's another video, or you can figure that out. I mean, you got a short, there's no, it's zero. If your 2 rails are shorted together, well, you wired something up wrong. You have to fix that. Other things ain't gonna work. But basically putting them together, pretty simple. And it's easy to maintain. I got a terminal block there. I can replace those wires on the ends with something else if I need to repair them. Easy to break it apart and put new ones in. So, if you like this video, consider subscribing down below if you haven't done that already. Also, ring that bell to get notified of future videos like this one and the one in the next series. And also leave a comment down below. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, and also give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Till next time, ManCavians, happy mile railroading. You stay off those tracks.